we certainly appreciate you being here. There's some things that you don't know about Jessica that are going to be revealed tonight. So anyway, you know, it's quite an honor to have my daughter graduate with her master's degree. That's not an easy thing to do. Many of you know. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to education. And we appreciate her for that. Her mother's responsible for a lot of that. But, you know, let me tell you that when my daughter was 3 years old, we knew we were in for a very interesting time in our lives. And it has been quite interesting. I'm going to share with you a couple of scenarios that will hopefully set the stage for you in regards to who Jessica is. At 3 years of age, when we had her in the child care center, one weekend we were working very hard around our house. We were all dirty. We were raking leaves and such, and Jessica was out there playing in the leaves and throwing them up and jumping in mud holes and having a great time. And she says, "Dad, I want to ride my bike." And she had trainer wheels on her bike. And Connie says, "No, she can't ride her bike." She says, because Jessica insisted that we take the trainer wheels off. Now, she's only 3 years old.
We got tired of her telling us again and again and again. And finally, and this wasn't just that one day, it had been weeks. And so finally I said, "Tom, take the darn training wheels off and let her fall.
Let her
she'll
fall.
know she can't."
She'll learn.
So he did. And she gets on her bike. Now I've taken over the story.
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's good.
And then she jumps on the bike, and I'm thinking, okay, she's going to fall, right? I'm kind of trying to hold her, and I thought, nope, there we go. And she's struggling to get going. Finally, she jumps on, starts pedaling, and off she went. And we're both like, oh my God, you know, look at her. And she rode down the street and back, and we're like, oh my God.
Jessica,
And then I asked her.
What took you so long, Mija?
And when she gets back, I asked her, I says, "Mija," I says, "I didn't know you could ride that bike." I said, "Who taught you?" Because we hadn't worked with her with a two-wheeler. And she said, "At school?" I said, "Well, who helped you?" And she said, "Nobody could help me, but I could help myself."
That was key right there. Those were the operative words. I can help myself. And you know what? She's done that continuously. And so other scenarios was, you know, Christmas parties that, you know, where kids get up there and sing for the daycare center. Well, she was the one, she was nudging her friend, "This is the words." And she was telling her what the words were.
Yeah,
Right?
telling her, "Pick up your arm.
Pick up your arm, yeah.
Kick your leg. Kick your leg."
She
You
took,
can feel it's all on film, too.
so she took the leadership role. Then she grew up and went to high school. A lot of things happened between then and high school, believe me. But anyway, she joined the volleyball team. She took a leadership role there. She became the captain of her championship volleyball team at Sunnyside High School. She was nominated for most valuable player, most valuable volleyball player. And so we said, well, you know, this girl is really something. Then, when she graduated, she says, "Dad, I want to move out. I want my own apartment." I said, "Damn, but this girl is putting me through a bunch of stuff." So I said, "No way." I said, "You know what? Let me tell you something. Go to your bedroom, write out what the cost is going to be for you to rent a place and your food and gas and PG&E and all of that. And where's that going to come from?" So anyway, she went in there, came back out, some ridiculous thing. I said, "Jessica, you can't do it on $500 a month, honey," because she was working for Red Robin at the time. And I says, "Go on back into your room and do it again." So she goes back to her room, comes back with identically the same thing, $500 a month. And at the bottom, she says, "Si se puede." So I says, wow. I said, well, this girl's got it. She's got it going. Needless to say, she went on to college. Of course, with some assistance from her mother. And a straight A student from the beginning to the end, honor roll, 4.0, president of the Honor Society at Fresno State University. So we're very, very proud of her. This day is very significant to us. And you have shared in that with us. We really appreciate that very, very much.
Jessica!
So that's Jessica. That's my girl.
Well, I don't know. I have a lot of stories, but I won't go all into detail about them. But I do want to say I really appreciate each and every one of you for coming out and supporting me, because it is your support that has gotten me through all these tough things that I've gone through, any struggles that I've gone through. I'm always about family. Family is the most important thing to me, and of course that's a very big part of the reason of why I decided to get my degree, or to get my master's in counseling for marriage and family therapy, because I know how much a family can help a person. But of course, you know, like I want to make sure that I give a special shout out to my parents who have been inspirational to me, my rocks, everything. And then I guess I'll read this and then you guys can pass it around. But so I am the woman I am today because I have been guided by the essential values that you have instilled in me. You have shown me that I am worthy of love, belonging, and joy. You nurtured my curiosity and encouraged me to embrace my creativity. You were always there, rooting for me and supporting me as I chased my dreams. There were moments when I knew your eyes were filled with pride, not always that I won, but that you knew how hard I tried. I did not mean to rhyme that, by the way, but it just happened that way. You taught me about self-worth, to treat myself with respect and not allow others to do any less. These words and any words that follow cannot fully express the appreciation I have for you both. I can only hope that my success reflects my gratitude for your unconditional love and sacrifice. You have held my hands during this journey, but will hold my heart forever. Mom, Dad, I love you and cannot imagine my life without you. I am proud to be your daughter. I once said nobody helped me, but I can help myself. But it is you who have been helping me all along. Your baby girl.
My baby girl.
Call you uncle. Because when he said that, it dawned on me that that's the way it is.
It was Tia Kathy and Uncle Gilbert.
Yeah.
Tia Kathy.
I don't think I ever heard Tia Kathy.
No, it's me and Gloria.
Thea Gilbert sounds funny.
What was the story about stealing a car?
Well,
Little, she was tiny.
it was like
And she was driving.
somebody was playing with the shifter. No, you're not supposed to play with it. Yeah, play with it. No, you're not supposed to play with it. And then there we go. Start rolling up. Linda always had to be the driver, so we would sit in the car.
Does that surprise
And
you?
she'd
No, she's
roll
always been a
down
bus
the window. You know, we'd go through drive-through, or we'd talk to people, or
Yeah.
and so she always had to be the driver. I remember one time we were driving, and she said, "Did you fart?" I said, "No, of course I didn't fart." She says, "Well, it stinks in here." I said, "Well, I can fart." So she says, "Oh, okay, well, I'm done playing." It was her. She had to run in the house and she
Sounds about right.
yeah.
Well,
Tori says, did you fart? I go, no, I
wasn't it you two, Tony, that like pulled the car off my dad one time? That fell off the jack stand. You lifted the car off
I
him?
was in the house looking out the kitchen window, and the car fell. He was changing a tire, and the car fell on his hands, and he was stuck.
So he jacked it up on a hill, you know.
Yeah.
Typical.
That sounds about right.
And Freddie's out there trying to lift the car, and your dad's telling him, "Lift it up." He says, "My hands hurt," and I'm sitting in the house walking and thinking, "Oh damn, I'm gonna." I ran out there. Freddie moved back. I picked up the car, but it was all adrenaline, and they were in shock because here I come out and took the car off.
He just
of
sat
it.
there with his hands up. Did you? You're gonna move your hands or what?
Your dad looked at me and he goes, okay.
Change your own
I
tire
had
now.
had enough. They had played enough. I was going to take care of it.
But your dad, impatient, man, he decided to jack it up on a hill, you know.
My dad, impatient? That doesn't sound like him at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
I asked the bartender, what's going on back there? She says, well, they're all deaf and mute and they can't, they're singing. you know, they're singing Mexican songs. She goes, oh, because they're all over there like that. I said, what is that guy doing? He said, he's doing a hoo-ah. Whee!
Finish it, man. Don't get all choked up before you finish.